everyone. I hope you all are doing well. If you follow me, my journey with the Novavax vaccine, I had mentioned that on the day of the vaccination, I wasn't sure whether or not I should take antihistamine, and I was a little bit concerned about the reactions I may have after the vaccination. Might be itching, might be allergic reactions, shortness of breath, breathing issues, anything like that, which I will talk all about in another video, because I guess people are getting confused, or many people are new to my channel or just randomly popping into my videos not knowing the background of all of this, what I have been going through for the last 3 years. So I will make another video for that, and as I said, I probably will write a book about it. It's all about the long COVID issues and symptoms, and what all the research I have done so far, and how I helped myself, which was important because none of the physicians that have been in different departments and the world's best hospitals couldn't help me. So I've accumulated so many information, knowledge, experience, again, based on my own experience, based on my own research, based on the things that I am doing, my own program, my own protocol. It all works for me, and I believe that I saved my life myself, which I'm very, very proud of, and it really helps if you are a scientist. And I think after long suffering, I think now I'm in a good shape. But regardless of that, in case of all of these flare-ups, I usually take Claritin, which is loratadine, and Claritin means loratadine, so the active ingredients is loratadine. So that is the only antihistamine I can take. I have severe drug hypersensitivity, as I said, after the viral infection that I got overseas in January 2019, which again and again, I said this for, I don't know, for more than a year now, 1.5 years now, that I believe was a pre-COVID COVID virus. So I believed it was COVID. I believe COVID was way, way sooner in Europe than they let us believe it was. I definitely was not around in November 2019. Definitely not. So from all I've been saying, from all what I've been seeing for the last more than a year, 1.5 years or so, all the symptoms or what I had experienced at that time was literally COVID. I mean, I never had such a severe viral infection. I mean, I literally almost died. So I couldn't breathe through my lungs. I couldn't breathe through my nose. I've been hospitalized multiple times. Oxygen was given. So, and I had 4 weeks of vacation and 4 weeks of vacation. So the day I landed, I just got the virus. I think I got it from the airport in Europe. And as I said, I will do another. I mean, I did already make a video about this. I watch it on my channel. I just don't want to, I just maybe want to make one video about this, but just because of the people who are following me new to my channel, welcome, by the way. And so that's the background story. So my life was a hell, or have been a hell since that time. So, and if you remember, they have been saying that it's a weird virus, like in May 2019. If you remember that back that time, everybody was talking about this weird flu. So because that weird flu, which was also being said in Europe at that time, later on in May it came to the US. That was right before COVID, or COVID was announced. So since then, as I said, I had severe issues, and what I now believe And as you know, in the beginning, I couldn't talk about nothing, I just couldn't talk about anything. It was all restricted what you are talking about COVID. I got a strike on my YouTube channel for one of my videos that I talked about all of the vaccines, from mRNAs, adenovirus vaccines, and the other type of vaccines. So that was the very beginning, 2020, and I literally got a strike on my YouTube channel because of that video. It was a completely educational video. So that's why we were, as scientists, literally had zero platform. We couldn't talk about anything. So I was doing all this education on COVID, constant education on my channel, but also on our cancer channel. So to educate the people, on our cancer channel I was talking about, educating about cancer and then also COVID. So I was like overly exhausted and saving lives at the same time, not only cancer patients but other people who had zero clue about COVID. So we saved pregnant women's lives and immigrants and had no English, and the government was way too slow in all of this. That's why I was deep inside of it, not only from my side but also as saving lives of other people. So I was literally in the forefront of saving cancer patients' lives, going to the hospital, going to surgeries with them and all that. In the midst of the pandemic, I had so many pictures. You can all see it in our cancer channel. So anyway, I was behind the scenes, always like following, reading, when new research came out. And I realized, wait a second, that was COVID, 100 million %. And I was able to talk publicly, openly and publicly about it for about a year or so. Once this long COVID wording or hashtag long COVID became a thing, and I have all the long COVID symptoms. I've been dealing with this for the last 3 years. My life has been a hell since January 2019. So, and I haven't been in Europe since then, and my family is in Europe. So, and for 1.5 years, doctors still are physicians. I want to say doctors, I said physicians could not figure out what I had or what I have. And so, I've been all sorts of departments, all sorts of specialists in the top hospitals, one of the top hospitals in the world, and going through gazillions of tests and different tests. And I think I want to write a book about this, or make a course or class or something like that. I will definitely do that, because I gained so much knowledge and experience also based on my own research. So I was researching at the same time when the physicians said, they were trying to treat the symptom, not the cause. They just trying to give me all sorts of things. I was saying, I can't take this medication. I just can't. I became severely drug hypersensitive. I cannot take any medication. In the meantime, I had a big bike accident last year, and so in the ER, I had literally broken bones, and I had surgery here, surgery here. Like, I had a gigantic surgery. A bone was removed and all that. And nerval cleanup and all that stuff. And I said to them, I can only take Tylenol. They're like, are you kidding? It's like, I just can't. The only 2 medication that I can take, thankfully, is Claritin, which is Loratadine, and also Tylenol. That's it. I can't take anything else. And all these heavy medications they are giving at the hospital, I literally get hospitalized in the emergency room when they give me these big painkillers, like these very heavy painkillers. So in the past, was not allergic to anything. I mean, I could eat anything, I could have like zero effect on anything. Thankfully, I have such a strong body, and thankfully I have good genes and a good immune system, thank goodness, you know. And but after this viral infection, January 2019, everything turned upside. I have food hypersensitivity, I have drug hypersensitivity, you know, breathing issues, all sorts of, sometimes depend on, you know, the issue. Sometimes I get asthma attacks. It's like all sorts of things. And so when people are commenting on like, yeah, do this, do that, I mean, that's why I want to say this, because I'm not happy to talk about all this stuff publicly, but I'm just in sake for to helping people and to help people understand. Don't come please to my channel and just making these comments on la 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 la, and you know, do this, do that, and why have you done this, and why do you promote this. Number one, read my disclaimer. I'm not promoting any crap, anything. It's just my story and my experience, and if I make educational videos. If I can help people, fine. If I can't, then whatever, I help myself. I mean, that's number one. Number two, you should take this, you should take that. Why you even take a vaccine? Because it will make your immune system worse. Again, every person is different. Just don't, God, I mean, how many years I've been saying this, not only for cancer patients, for regarding cancer, and I just, every person is different, every person is different. I just talk about years and years and years and years about this, but about COVID too, this vaccination too. I'm sick and tired of for 3 years talking about this. Just, God damn it, at some point people just have to understand that every person is different. One person's experience is not the same as the other person. And if you're commenting, just please, damn it, just please think about, maybe other person has other issues. So, and if you don't watch it, just don't, every single comment these people are doing, I already make in advance videos about that. In part 3, I even talked about why I wanted to get this vaccine. I don't need to, I didn't even would have wanted to, but in my particular situation, and as I explained in the part 3 video, there is a possibility, some research, not full research, but there's some hints, scientific hints, that if the symptoms that I've been experiencing from that goddamn virus, these flare-ups that can only be calmed down for whatever reason, which my immunologists are surprised about that too, with Claritin, with antihistamine, with loratadine. And so, and why? Because antihistamine. Why histamine? Because I do not have mast cell activation syndrome, but my entire symptoms are similar to it. So if you are a physician, then you would be surprised. Okay, you do all the tests which would relate to mast cell activation syndrome, but they are negative in my case. They are negative. All my tests are negative or anything. My blood tests are perfect. All my neurological tests are perfect. All sorts of GI tests are perfect. I have absolute, my blood count, and every single test I've been through, all negative. Like technically, I'm in perfect health, but I'm suffering every single day. So, you know what I mean? That's why it's hard for the physician to what to do. And I kept telling to my immunologist, to my allergist, that wait a minute, like this Claritin, because they gave me another first, that was a different immunologist or allergist, and she gave me, I don't know, was it Benadryl or Zyrtec or something. I felt so sick, I couldn't take it. I was like almost was about to go to the emergency room. And then I found another immunologist who's great, who's also a researcher. And I said to the previous one, I'm going to go with Claritin because I can take Claritin. Let's try it. She's like, yeah, okay, whatever, take it, try it. I was like, oh, okay, I will. So I tried it, and when I switched to the researcher immunologist, I said, look, somehow this calmed my symptoms down. That was last year. And she's like, okay, let's test all the mast cells. And I have absolutely no mast cell activation syndrome, negative. And then she said to me, oh, it's probably a placebo effect. And I said, that cannot be possible because it actually helps me. It calms my symptoms down. I kept insisting and insisting. I did all the research. Every time I found new research, I was just messaging her and telling her, I was like this and this and this and this. Now we came to the conclusion, and I will not reveal what it is. I will save it to my book or to my classes. But my mast cells get activated with a pathway that I believe it's a one certain pathway, but I think it's several ways. And because the mast cells get activated, it releases histamine. And therefore, Claritin helps me. That's where we stand. It's just kind of a hypothesis, but it works. So that's why getting the vaccine was for me personally important, but not the other guys, because I know I would get sick from the other guys. But for the protein-based vaccine, and also for other scientific reasons, genetic reasons, which I couldn't talk before, now whatever, I guess everybody's talking about it. So because everything I couldn't say and I knew it will happen is now happening, and that's why, as always, I was right with all my predictions anyway. So, and the reason, as I said in my part 3 video, the reason why I want to get this vaccine, because some research suggests that it's possible, some immunologists suggest that it is possible that the long COVID symptoms can be reduced by getting the vaccine. But again, if you never had COVID, you never had long COVID symptoms, it's up to you whether or not you want to take the vaccine. I don't care. I mean, that's not my situation. Got it? My situation is, I believe that I've had COVID back in January 2019. Although I have been tested non-stop, regularly negative with PCR tests, because I had to go through these tests because of surgeries and stuff in the meantime, because of my injuries and ER stays and stuff like that. You have to go through the PCR test. It was all negative. So I don't know what strain that was, whatever version it was, because we are talking about SARS-CoV-2, right? That's COVID-19. There's also SARS-CoV-1, and which was around years ago, but it doesn't mean it just stops. These viruses evolve. So maybe whatever version it was, but I believe it was SARS-CoV-1 or 2 or in the middle, 1.5, whatever, but it was. Because that time what I experienced, plus now what we know about long COVID symptoms, all matches 100%. That's why I kept demanding on finding out when it was out doing the research, how it got out there in the world, and get people, the responsible people, and be held accountable. God damn it, our lives are in stake. As I said, my life has been a burning hell for the last 3 years. I am now a little bit more calm because of all the protocols that I found for myself that works for me, despite none of the physicians in none of the specialists in their field could find any solution. They just like, okay, tests are negative. And I say, oh, but what about this and this and this? And I kept pushing, maybe, give me a referral to this department, give me a referral to this part, let's check this, let's check that, this is connected with this, let's figure out with this department. And thankfully they were, playing along with me. What about a patient has zero clue about nothing? I am researching and then I'm directing the physicians towards the connective issues and then ask for referral for these departments. And finally, I found my own solution. Finally, I feel better. Finally, I feel better. Not 100%, but so much better. I have much more energy now. Much more energy. And so there's so much more to it. Again, I'm not going to go deeper into this. I will save it to either my book or my classes, my courses. So that's why if I've had COVID at that time, which I believe I had, getting the protein-based vaccine would hopefully, as I said in part 3, neutralize whatever is left there. That's why I got it. Got it? I don't know your standpoint. I don't care about your anti-vaccine blah blahs or your I'm always everybody who knows me about how respectful I am to all different thoughts. And I really since day one, I always, because I am advocating for equality and equality in everything and my entire life. And so if I'm respectful to you, even if you're an anti-vaxxer, I respect you. But at the same time, I in return expect to be on the respectful side too. This is not Twitter. And for the last 2 or 3 comments I've got on these vaccination journey videos, I don't know if you have been following me assuming that I am against vaccines or stuff like that, which I don't think so, because if you have been following me, I mean, you understood that I'm a scientist, and I am scientist not in this media type scientist, but actual a scientist who is not afraid to talk about the truth. And so I say what is the truth without being afraid of anything. If I believe that something based on my knowledge and background, believe if something is not right, I don't care what the entire media or whoever says what. Since 3 years, I'm standing my vision or my voice strong because I'm standing 100% behind it. Everybody who follows me knows that. That's what my channel is all about. And I am assuming these people are just running by, like seeing probably these videos and then just want to put a comment on. Again, this is not Twitter. And these types of comments, because my channel's comment level and people who are interacting with me are super high quality people, and I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. The conversations are always at highest level. We always, interact with different thoughts and vision and different ideas, but we always go back and forth respectfully and with a very nice conversation style. But these kind of like, wow, what about this, that, why you do this? And so those belong to Twitter, not here. Twitter is an abusive platform where if you can go there. I'm out of Twitter. And so this is a very respectful, high level, quality, scientific, truth, empowerment type of channel. Equality is here, the truth is here, science is here, health is here, empowerment is here, being yourself is here, being you is here, high quality is here, respect is here, education is here, knowledge is here, intuition is here. And so I welcome each and every one of you. My followers are usually from all sorts of political beliefs because, as I said, I do not care. I say the truth. Sometimes it hurts this way, sometimes it hurts this way, but I still say the truth. So I hope this was helpful to you in any way, shape or form. I don't know, but I do hope it was helpful. So the bottom line was antihistamine, if you have flare-ups or if you have any MCAS or mast cell activation syndrome, apparently check with your doctor. Antihistamine, taking antihistamine the night before ideally, and then the morning of the vaccination would be okay based on my immunologist, researcher, allergist, and I trust her judgment. She's really amazing. She's awesome. So check with your doctor if you have any concern to avoid any flare-ups during the vaccination. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Mwah. Thanks for watching, subscribing, and becoming a member of my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.